Hello, I'm Jenny, and this is a film about how to make this model of Jason the Gipsy Moth aeroplane. The real Jason the Gipsy Moth is hanging up in the Science Museum in their flight gallery because he's really rather special. On the 5th of May 1930, he took off from Croydon Airport with Amy Johnson as his pilot. Nobody really knew who Amy was at that time, but soon her ambitious and courageous plan to fly solo to Australia made the news headlines. By the time she and Jason reached Australia, Amy was an international superstar. And after 19 and a half days of flying, Amy and Jason landed in Darwin to a hero's welcome. Amy had become the first woman to fly solo from England to Australia, and Jason had helped her do it. So, the first thing you need to do is get hold of these. These are all the bits you need to make Jason the Gipsy Moth. What you need to do is go to my website, which is www.jennylockyer.co.uk, click on the link, order your kit for £3, and then I shall email it to you as a PDF. What you need to do then is print it off. If you can print it off onto card, that's brilliant. But if you don't have any card, that's fine. You can print off onto paper, and then you can mount the paper onto something like cereal box card or pizza box card, something that's going to make it nice and strong. As well as your kit, you'll need scissors, glue, sticky tape and double-sided tape as well if possible, a pencil, a ballpoint pen, cereal box card or similar, 3 or 4 sheets of white paper, black card if possible or black felt tip, a ruler, colouring pencils or crayons and a straw. Where it says fold along this line, that's exactly what we're going to do now. I've decided to score mine to make it easier to fold, and I've scored all these lines already. I've got one more to do. I've got a ruler and a pen, that's all I'm using, and I'm drawing along the line so it makes an indentation in the card, and that means that it's easier to fold. So once you've got your card ready, you just fold along the lines like this. So at this stage, Jason is raring to go, but he's not quite finished. Don't take off yet, Jason, because we need to put the cockpits on here. We need to put the star on as well that says DH Gipsy Moth, and that goes here next to his name. We need to put his registration mark on that side and the other side as well. And we need to put the wing struts on. Once I'd made all of the wing struts, I then had to place them, and I placed them 4.5 centimetres in and 2.5 centimetres apart. And they do make the wings of the plane much stronger than they were before. So I've added the registration number to both sides of the plane. I haven't cut out the letters individually. What I have done is left them all joined together and then coloured in the gaps with the green pencil that I used to colour in Jason so that they blend into the side of the plane. I would recommend putting glue on the plane and then sticking the letters on like that. I've also added 2 cockpits, one under the wings and one here. This is the rear cockpit. This is the cockpit that Amy sat in to fly Jason. The last thing that I added was the star. I stuck it here next to his name on his left hand side. The star is silver and red with a gold moth. So what I did was I used some yellow pencil and some red pencil and some grey pencil, but you might like to use some tin foil which might make it nice and shiny for real. So that's it, Jason is complete. The only thing that's missing is Amy. So if you'd like to find a picture of her, you can do that really easily online. And then you can print it out and cut out Amy and put her here in the rear cockpit, or you can draw a picture of her and put her in there. I'd love to see photographs of you and your plane, so feel free to email those to me at jennylockyourperformer@outlook.com. If you'd like to find out more about Amy Johnson and all the wonderful adventures she had, you can visit amyjohnsonproject.org, and if you'd like to find out more about what I'm up to, please visit jennylockyer.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy playing with your planes.
England to Australia in 13 days. I knew somehow that I could do it, and it was up to me to prove it. 10 days before I'm due to start, I haven't an aeroplane. Then I'm introduced to Jason, a very ordinary machine, but now a dear and valued friend. It is glorious to be off at last, alone and in peace. Now I have time to think. Where am I bound for today? Vienna. Am I really to see this city of dreams? No, only the aerodrome. Never mind. Flying is my job this trip, not sightseeing. Jason is a dear. He's behaving splendidly. Look how he's weathering this terrible dust storm just outside Baghdad. I'm very frightened really, but Jason isn't. The different lands flash by. Here we are in India. How proud my Jason was to reach here in 6 days. But alas, his pride was quickly dashed. The monsoons raced us after all. Poor old Jason was so upset that he ran his nose right into a ditch in the wrong field when we were trying to find the race course at Rangoon. But that was when we lost our chance of beating the record. It took 10 men and me 2 whole days and nights to put old Jason together again. We cheered up a wee bit when the 3 arched rainbows circled us in the Java Sea. But it wasn't till we actually sighted Australia that we were really happy. Then we just shouted for joy. How will Australia receive us? That's the only time we wondered. Now we know she has taken us to her heart, given us of her best. such a welcome as will never be forgotten in history, and Jason and I love her so.